Hi everyone and welcome back to Teacher Zhai. For today's episode, ayan, nagagawa naman po natin ng TRF or Teacher Reflection Form is ang ating mga highly proficient teacher or ang mga master teacher. So sa ating objective 10, develop and apply teaching strategies to address effectively the needs of learners from indigenous group. So sa ating prompt 1, na yan nakalagay, Leo and Margarito belong to an IT group or indigenous group of people called Tibuli tribe. So it is one of the major Lumad ethno-linguistic group in the southern part of the country. Their culture is richly connected and inspired by nature with dances and mimic from actions of animals and a variety of music and songs. Okay. So, they are the only IT in your class of 45 students having a different culture from the rest of the class has affected their sense of self and how they relate to each other. Ayan, so in this context po, in the context of addressing the needs of a learners from IT group, what teaching strategy will you develop and use in your lesson to affirm and strengthen their indigenous cultural identity? Then write your reflection in this form. Then based on your reflection, design a lock session or a lock plan to assist your colleagues. Ayan, so let's start po muna with our reflection. So let's have the meaning of indigenous people, what they do, what their culture is. Ayan po, so nakalagay po yan dito. And of course, on the next paragraph, ayan, many non-IT teachers do not have a lot of experience teaching and engaging IT students. So on the latter part, ayan, naglagay po ako dito. Okay, nag-cite po ako ng reference dahil pwede naman po tayong mag-search. So, being a teacher who is easy to get along with, creating a relationship with the local IP communities, develop relationship with students but do not try to co-op or represent their perspective. So, ang question naman po dito is, what teaching strategy will you develop? Okay, ayan. So, in the resources or in the article written in the effective teaching and learning strategies of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander language, it is stated that there are 10 teaching strategies. So, ito po ay mga IP group. Siguro pwede na rin po natin itong i-correlate in this reflection. So, these are the 10 teaching strategies. So, leave English behind. Use a non-verbal communication for better comprehension. Teach in full sentences and conversations. Aim for real communication in your target language. Language is also a culture. Focus on listening and speaking rather than writing and grammatical analysis. Explore activities for teacher and learner to do together. Use audio and video taping. Be an active language learner and be patient and proud of each other and yourselves. So ito po yung sample reflection ko. Based po dito sa ating teaching strategies, we may now come up with our lock session. So ano po yung gusto nyong lock session na ilagay dito or lock plan na gawin na kung saan maipapakita po yung inyong teaching strategy. And with that, to assist your colleagues in adapting and using culturally appropriate teaching strategies for learners of IT group. So, nag-attach lang po ako dito ng sample naming lock plan. Sample lang po yan. Next na po natin is ang ating prompt 2. Hi teachers! So, para makuha po natin yung soft copy ng teacher reflection form para sa mga master teachers or highly proficient teachers, punta lang po tayo sa tinyurl.com/trf10-mt. Yan. So, kung sa prompt 1 is reflection and the lock plan, dito naman po sa prompt 2 is design a lesson plan for your class. that integrate aspect of IP culture. Now, depende na po ito sa pag-uusap nyo ng inyong school head or ng rater kung kayo ba ay gagawa ng another lesson plan or kung pwede naman din na gamitin na lang po yung lesson plan nyo during your class observation, then dadagdagan po yan ng activity sheet. So, these are the reference for IP education. Ayan, we have Republic Act 8371, DepEd Order number 62 series of 2011, DepEd Order number 32 series of 2015. So, the integration of IP culture in the lesson plan must be highlighted and annotated in this reflection form. So, ito po, napakaikli lang po ng aking annotation. The lesson plan used by the teacher during the class observation is the same lesson plan to be presented in these MOVs. Again, pwede naman po. Depende po yan, how will you transact or paano po yung pag-uusap nyo ng inyo pong rater. However, the attachment is included. The activity for IP students are different from the other students, since it will touch the IP education curriculum framework, specifically in the historical context and process of framework formulation and key concept used in IP education. Ang gusto kasi natin gawin is kahit paano matouch yung kanilang culture dun sa ating activity. Okay po? So, sa sample po natin dito, ayan, may sample po ako ng activity sheet para sa mga IP people, activity sheet para sa mga IP students. So, ang gagawin nila, we have the word search. So, ito po yung mga cultural indigenous people in their region. So, hahanapin lang po nila sa word search. Ayan, find and circle the given words in the grid. Look for them in all directions, including the backward and diagonally. After completing the word search, answer the next performance task. Ayan. So, programming po yung aming subject. So, gagawa po sila doon ng list box tool na kung saan lalagyan po nila yon ng laman. So, yung laman po nun, kailangan ito po yung mag-a-appear, yung mga words na mahanap po nila dito. Ayan. So, ganun lang po kasimple yung ginawa ko pong activity. Now, it's up to you kung paano po kayo gagawa ng inyong activity. Ito po ay sample lang. Then, nag-attach lang po ako dito ng sample activity ko. Yan. Then, sunod, present and discuss your lesson plan to your colleagues during lock session. Have your school head sign your lesson plan as proof. Okay po. Ayan. So, once na i-present nyo na po yung inyong lesson plan and separate activity sheet for our IP people, pwede na po nating i-present ito at i-discuss sa ating mga colleagues kung paano po nila ito nagawa. Ayan. So, ayan lang po ang ating Objective 10, Prompt 1 and Prompt 2. Kung nakatulong sa inyo ang vlog nito, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell button para lagi kang updated sa mga posts ko. Thank you!